Hello esteemed gentlefolk. Chi here with a random art process video. I know literally no one asked for this, but what does it really matter? Sit back and enjoy the video while I tell you random stuff about my BNHA OC smiling face. Okay, here we go. The first thing to know about my art is that I never have a plan when starting to draw. I don't really even know how anatomy works. I just wing it and adjust as I go. I always start with a rough blue layer then draw over it in red. This time I had to adjust in the red layer cause I realized I made this shorty too long. After the red is all good I go in with the line art. It's usually either a dark brown or red. I didn't think to record until I was already in the coloring stage though. This piece is part of a character sheet I'm working on for my BNHA OC, Ueno Atsuko. She's a 154.94 cm, well thought out, totally not a meme I fell in love with, dumped to fire of a person. She is part of a 21 student AU for the hero classes, and she is one of the 1A babies. Her quirk is called pleasure wave. In basic terms she emits a sound frequency from her stomach that causes people, within her 2-meter radius, to start producing higher amounts of dopamine, serotonin, and adrenaline. Effects can fluctuate depending on the frequency she emits, her surroundings, and if the person has experienced a similar shift of chemicals within the hour. She mainly uses it to boost morale, help the body ease pain, and to play cranks. This is the lower end of frequencies. In higher frequencies people tend to feel a euphoric sensation. However at max frequency, or if used for a long time at a higher frequency, the side effects can be highly disruptive and dangerous. She's normally a calm and friendly individual, however her knack for mischief and questionable hobby often led others to not know how to approach her. She is most definitely an otaku. She likes juice popsicles and idolizes Madam Midnight. However she is known among classmates for her obsessive collection of light novels, manga, anime, and games. The genres ranging from the acceptable genres of shoujo and shonen, to the questionable GL and BL, and the less acceptable josei, seinen, and ecchi, all of which she has no shame in reading whenever given the chance. Ueno's reason for becoming a hero likely stems from her admiration and idolization of Madam Midnight. She wants to be just like her when she grows up, and has since first seeing her on TV when she was 7 years old. That is why she chose UA as her high school. However, it is her will to stand apart from her siblings that is driving her toward this path. Growing up as triplets, the three are often compared to each other, and with siblings like Ami and Hiroshi that can be incredibly difficult. Both are highly successful. Hiroshi is always within the top 3 academically at school. He is student body president as only a first year, dependable, well liked, and responsible. Ami is a rising star in the modeling and idol world, making her way into commercials, magazines, and now into a young idol group. She is charming, beautiful, and incredibly bright. Atsuko felt a need to separate herself from them and make a name for herself too. Her time attending UA has forced her to mentally mature faster than expected, often taking on the role of the level-headed friend. She and Tsu formed a friendship close after the USJ attack, being as she was with her, Mineta, and Midoriya when separated from the group. As the year progressed Atsuko gradually became friends with Mineta and Kaminari. The three could often be found scheming together or looking at whatever questionable material Atsuko snuck into school that day. The three are sometimes referred to as the Pervy Trio. Ueno managed to make it to the cavalry round of the sports festival. She had teamed up with Mineta, Tsu, and Shoji, however the team didn't make it into the final round. During work study she ended up going to Gunheads along with Eureka. The two didn't really interact much outside of sparring, mainly out of not knowing what to talk about. They both agreed on one thing though, Gunhead was an adorable man. After final exams, Ueno stayed home while many of her classmates traveled to Island. She was shocked to find out what had happened from Mineta over text. As summer camp came around, the days grew long and hard. Her quirk training was embarrassing when she wasn't working on strengthening her body with Tiger. During the test of courage she was paired with Midoriya. When the villain attack began, she stayed with the group, hiding in the schooling area for much of the attack. The news of Bakugo hit hard as she realized the true severity of their situation. Staying home after her classmate's kidnapping was nearly torture. Her parents, who were already not very supportive of her dream to be a hero, were constantly arguing about what to do, if she should be in UA, and the dangers of it all. Even Hiroshi, who had stood his ground and convinced them to let her enroll at the start of the year, was also having second thoughts. It felt like all her hard work and all her dreams were shattering with each word. It only grew worse as the Kamino Ward incident was broadcasted. It took Azor and All Might a good deal of mental fortitude to discuss the dormitory idea with the Ueno household. Atsuko was nearly not allowed to go back when Ami and Hiroshi came in from eavesdropping, joined the conversation, and managed to convince their parents to let Atsuko go, as becoming a hero clearly meant a lot to her. Soon after, Atsuko moved into the dorms with the rest of Class 1A. She moved into the second floor, deciding to have the floor to herself. She was still unpacking when Room King began, mostly because she got distracted, trying to figure out how to set up her TV and consoles, and read one of her favorite manga when she saw it in the box. It was then that her classmates realized 3 things about Atsuko. 1. She was the type to make everything her favorite colors, no matter if they didn't go together. 2. She was definitely an otaku, and had no shame putting her perversions on display. And 3. She was a far bigger fan of Midnight than most of them had realized. Far, far bigger. Moving into the dorms meant she could hang out with her friends whenever. However, it also meant she was missing her brother, Hiroshi. The two of them had been inseparable growing up, and, even if she wished to be seen apart from her siblings, Hiroshi was still her best, and only true friend through her childhood. The first few weeks in the dorms were incredibly tough on her. Atsuko would spend hours on video call with Hiroshi, and sometimes her parents and Ami when they were home. Atsuko let everyone know that her room had an open door policy, inviting anyone that wanted to come chill. It soon became commonplace for Kaminari, Mineta, Mima, and Tsu to come over and hang out. After about a month, she started a book, game, and anime loaning ring with her own and other classes, acting as a library for those that were interested. If you damaged the goods, you had to pay for it and come to her room to access the library from then on. Mineta became her most common Lindy. Their friendship strengthened as they bonded over perverse media and R-rated pro heroes. As their training moved on, she found herself growing stronger, more comfortable while fighting. Even her quirk usage was becoming far easier to regulate while moving around. And that's that. Here is a random voice clip of what she sounds like. LOL, I tried. Thank you for watching. I might post more random art and BNHA videos in my spare time. I am a full-time college student though, so finding spare time to edit is difficult. I hope you all have a good day.